Armchairing with Bruce Morrow on the One Podcast Network.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Armchairing, another episode of Armchairing. We're getting closer to watching some sports. It's been boring the last couple of weeks. No basketball, nothing. Watch some soccer. But welcome to another episode. Armchairing tonight will be an interesting night. I didn't know what to talk about today. I said, okay, last week we talked about GOAT debate, lazy and tiring. We're not going to talk about GOAT debates. We're going to talk about, is Michael Jordan the greatest American athlete ever? There's a lot of athletes in the United States we have seen over the years. Some born, some naturalized, become American, like Olajuwon, like Navratilova, like Monica Seles. But is Michael Jordan the greatest athlete of all time? Also, we're going to talk about WNBA. WNBA has been interesting. It's been less interesting this year than last year. I mean, and Joris was hurt last year, but it was at the end of the season. But she's been missing games. She's back now. Karen Clark is been hurt. And some news about Karen Clark, when is she coming back? Fever curse? Are they fever curse? Connecticut Sun. Are they going to be in Connecticut? Or is WNBA greedy? Is WNBA pulling a David Stern? So, since I started watching sports, since I moved here, I've watched a lot of athletes, American athletes. I've watched Barry Bonds, Sammy Sosa when he was black. Who else? I watched Pete Sampras. That was my favorite tennis player. Agassi. I've seen Agassi, Sampras, Derek Jeter, Alex Rodriguez, Kevin Garnett, Tim Duncan. American citizen, I guess. Shaq, Kobe, MJ. Who else did I see? Serena Williams, Venus Williams, Freddie Abdul. Is he American? That's a player who didn't deliver. Freddie Abdul. They said he was going to be the next Pele. Yeah, I don't see that. Who else? Now we have Ionescu, Clark, Reese, but they have been great players in the past, and we're going to talk about those players. And is Michael Jordan the best amongst them? So I have a list. I was looking the past 2 days. I was like thinking, what should I talk about? There's not a lot of time. There's not a lot of things going on in sports. I don't want to talk about Kuminga. I don't like to talk about gossips in sports. I try to avoid it, but if it's absolutely necessary, I will talk about it because there's a lot of things to gossip about. I've seen a podcast talking about LeBron, Stacey King on his podcast in Chicago, former Michael Jordan teammate, talking about LeBron. LeBron has a lot of fans or haters, I guess. There's a lot of things, but I think most of those things are gossips. I just want to talk about games and maybe do a little of hate, but funny hate, not hating. So I made a list. Some of those players I've never seen play. Some of those players, some of those athletes I've never seen play. But in doing research in about their lives, about what they have accomplished, those are the top 10 for me. I'd put top 10. But there's some people gonna say those people should not be in there. And I understand the reason. I understand. But in doing those research, maybe this week, this is my top 10 greatest athletes of all time. Maybe some players are not in it because I'm biased. I'm not gonna put Tom Brady in my top 10. I'm sorry. I'm not putting Tom Brady in my top 10. There's too much asterisks. There's cheating, and I'm a Peyton Manning fan. I think Peyton Manning is better than Tom Brady, but that's just me. But people are gonna say Tom Brady is the greatest quarterback of all time. But I'm not gonna put Tom Brady as greatest when he doesn't play both sides of the ball. Greatest athletes or American athletes when you don't play both sides of the ball in sports. So, in no particular order, maybe particular order or no particular order, I think Jackie Robinson is one of the top 10 greatest American athletes of all time. I don't think he was like a great player, but I think he was a great player, but because of the time, he did not have the opportunity to show his skills because he was like he had the opportunity to break the racial barrier going to baseball. At the time, baseball was like the number one sports in the United States, and he came in, and there was a lot of racism toward him. If you've seen the movie 24, I think that's the name, with Chadwick Boseman, rest in peace. Could have been one of the greatest actor, maybe already one of the greatest actor, but he could have been even better, but died. He broke the racial barrier. So was born in January 31st, 1919. Let me put this over there instead of me going here. Let me put there. In January 31st, 1919, in Cairo, Georgia, broke the racial barrier, major league color barrier in Major League Baseball in 1947. That's practically 78 years ago. Dang, that's a long time. So went to play for the Brooklyn Dodgers, and some of these teammates didn't want him to be on the team. Some of these teammates didn't even want to shake his hand, be around him. He had his own hotel, be in his own room, had to move all the time. They were taunting in the stands. So he was like a civil rights activist sport. So I think he's one of the greatest American athlete because of him, blacks, instead of going to have their Negro League, playing in the Negro League, were able to go into sports. Instead of black people have their own league, white people have their own league, everybody is in the same league. So I think he played a crucial role for why we have black people in sports, more black people in sports, integrated in sports these days. So that's why I have him a top 10 greatest. I think Muhammad Ali. I don't think he's the greatest boxer of all time, but he's the greatest trash talker in probably one of the greatest trash talker in all time. And he was like the first athlete I saw. I never saw Muhammad Ali box live, but I saw some of his they used to show some of his fights when I was in Haiti, and I was like, wow, he can move and stuff, whatever. He talks a lot. I'm the greatest. His confidence during a time where they wanted him to go to war, and they suspended him because of it. So he lost so many years not fighting. So we don't know how many wins he could have gotten if he wasn't suspended. So um, became the heavyweight champion at 22 years old, and we saw the picture when he's standing and the guy is on the floor, on the ground. Beat Joe Frazier. There was used to be those fights, and he was taunting Joe Frazier, the fights of the century, the Rumble in the Jungle against George Foreman. So he did not want to go to Vietnam because of his religious belief and the opposition to war. We don't see a lot of these days, and sometimes when people are against a war these days, they say you are woke, you're you don't like certain people. For example, what's going on in Israel and Gaza, I don't think that's right. I'm not gonna go further because if I say something, they're gonna say, I'm a hater. So I agree with some of the stance Muhammad Ali made, and because I'm against the wars, any type of wars going on right now. So so he was suspended because of that, and then after a couple years of those challenges, he was able to fight again and reclaim the title. So because of his stance and because of his flashiness, I think he had a great impact on and off the boxing ring. And he's a cultural icon. You don't talk about American sports if you don't say Muhammad Ali. So that's why I'm saying Muhammad Ali is one of the greatest American athletes of all time. Let's see. Who should I say next? I think I lost the screen, but it's there. It's right here. Barry Bonds. I was not a baseball fan in Haiti. I never watched baseball. I knew about baseball because there was this movie. What's the name of that movie? Where this kid fell on his arm. I used to have HBO in Haiti, and the kid fell on his arm, Rookie of the Year, something like that, and he started to be able to pitch. I didn't know that it was called pitch. Pitch. It was called pitch, but I knew he was throwing the ball. That's what I knew about baseball. And one other movie I know about baseball, that the movie with James Earl Jones, Sandlot, something like that. It's called. That's the movie I knew about baseball. There were other movies I knew, but I did not understand the game. It's when I moved to the States, I started to understand the game. So the player I like was Sammy Sosa. That was my favorite player when I moved to the United States. And I didn't know anything about steroids and stuff, whatever. But as a fan of Sammy Sosa, I recognize there was another player that was way better than Sammy Sosa. And it's Barry Bonds. The thing about me, when I'm a fan of a player, I always try to find which player is challenging them, preventing them to be great. Like Peyton Manning, it was Tom Brady for me. Monica Seles, Steffi Graf. Pete Sampras, Andre Agassi. Michael Jordan, I don't know. I don't think I have seen. I hated the Jazz. Uh, Let me see in soccer or in football. Maradona, Brazil. I hated all the Brazilian players. So I had to learn about Barry Bonds. My sister loved Barry Bonds. I was like, you know, when you have sisters, everything you like, they always want to like the opposite of you. So everything I like, my sister used to go and try to find. She probably gonna say no, that's not true, but she used to go find the player that would piss me off, and Barry Bonds pissed me off because he was so good. It's because I respected him because he was so good, and I remember the year he was uh, breaking the home run record. I wanted him to strike out so many times or walk so many times. But when he broke the home run record, I was happy. I was happy for him. And it's unfortunate that Barry Bonds is not in the Hall of Fame. And Barry Bonds deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. You're not talking about baseball without Barry Bonds. I don't think steroids, or allegedly he did steroids, made him a great player. He was already a great player with the Pittsburgh Pirates. Think about it. In steroids, he has a home record of 73. Okay. For his career, he tops position players in WAR, WPA, home run, walks, and IBBs. 632 for Barry Bonds. The next person is 314. How about Pujols? Are we serious? He's in the top 10 in almost everything. He's 34th in stolen bases with 514. How many baseball players have we seen play there? I'm sorry. Barry Bonds, to me, he's probably the greatest baseball player of all time. Probably the greatest baseball player of all time. He probably did what he's accusing him, but I don't know. And they never have proof. I remember there was a book years ago about that. I have seen so many times, as soon as he get there, they walk him. And I'm sorry that he did not win a World Championship, a World Series. I don't think it was his fault. I think the manager of the Giants was terrible at that time, even though he came back and won with Dusty Baker, won with the Houston Astros. But didn't have enough players. He was carrying the team. Didn't have pitching. Buster Olney said, of the first 1306 pitches he saw in the summer he turned 40, he swung and missed on 49. And he had 23 homers and 13 doubles. So there's no way that this guy is not one of the greatest American players of all time. Even though he's way smaller now. When he was playing, he was way bigger. And now he's way smaller. That's weird or suspicious, but I don't know. But the fact that he was already, when he was skinny as a spirit, he was dominating. So, come on. And in an era where everybody was supposedly taking steroids, are we gonna ignore? And baseball was using those players, all those Sammy Sosa, what's his name? Oh my God, he played for the Cardinals. Oh man, not Buchholz, the other guy. Oh man, he played for the Oakland A's. I forgot his name, but everybody was doing it. We don't know if some people are still doing it. People are gonna say Ken Griffey didn't do it, but he was always hurt himself. So that's my third player, Barry Bonds, probably the greatest baseball player of all time. Serena Williams. Ooh, this one is hurt me to say. This one hurts me to say. I'm a hater, but I'm fair. I always say that. I'm a hater, but I'm fair. I'm not a fan of Serena Williams. Not because she's a woman, not because she's black. I'm not a fan of Serena Williams because she's because I'm trying to best way to say it. Because my favorite player, women player, is Venus Williams. Because that's not her fault. That's not her fault at all. And Venus probably gonna say that too. Definitely gonna say that too. I'm just mad that Venus didn't get the health that Serena Williams had. And it's unfortunate. That's why I do not like Serena. It's not like a hate that I hate Serena Williams. It's like a jealousy for Venus, but that's stupid to say. Serena Williams is one of the greatest American players of all time, probably one of the greatest athletes of all time. She's fierce. Her defense is ferocious. The way she moves on the court, we haven't seen that in a long time. Played while pregnant, dominating. She deserved to be on the list. Probably the greatest female player, tennis player of all time. Probably the greatest female athlete of all time. I do not like her. It's not because I cannot stand her. I don't want to see her exist. I just wish that Venus was on the list, not Serena, because I like Venus. That's my favorite female tennis player. It's not that I hate Serena Williams, but the way she won 23 Grand Slam was the best way. The way she dominated a sport that was not welcoming to black women. She carried tennis. She and her sister carried tennis for a long time. She made people talk about tennis. Nobody talks really about tennis these days. If I ask somebody who won the Australian Open or the French Open, nobody's gonna know. Who won Wimbledon? Nobody's gonna know. Who's gonna win the US Open? Nobody's gonna know. So Serena Williams. That's my fourth. So this guy, there's no way I've seen him play. There's no way probably my mother's seen this guy play. Jim Thorpe. I've heard this name before. And I've always confused it with Jim Thome, but it's Jim Thorpe. In looking for the greatest American athletes, his name keep popping up. And I do research on him. I read articles when I had time while working. Excuse me. This guy was excelling in everything. The only issue that I had is He won at a time where there was not a lot of black athletes allowed to compete in during those days. So he was a multiple sport winner. Multiple sport winner. In 1912, that's years ago, like centuries ago, he competed in the pentathlon and the decathlon, and he won. He won 2 gold medals at the 1912 Summer Olympics in both the pentathlon and the decathlon. That was unprecedented. Unprecedented. Yeah, that's the correct word to say. At that time, he was a track field athlete. He played professional football and baseball. He had speed, reflex, and strength. That's what they said. I'm not if it's true, but from what I've seen, the result, I didn't see any tips. I didn't see any tips. I saw pictures. He was good. So he was stripped of his Olympic gold medals. I don't know why. I didn't have time to check why, but the medals were restored when he died. 70 years after he died. Wow. But because he won medals in decathlon and pentathlon, and he was winning as a football player and a baseball player, I had to put him in. Jim Thorpe. But that's an asterisk. That's an asterisk. Because I don't think he was competing in 1912. Was Jesse Owens right there? No, Jesse Owens was like when Hitler was there. So no, there was not a lot of black people. There was not of color. It was black and white. Black and white in TV, not black and white in pictures, not black and white colors, people colors. So I have not a lot more to say about him. Simone Biles. Funny thing, I didn't know who Simone Biles was in. I knew about the other girls. I forgot her name. She competed, and that's the girl I thought she was better. I thought, Simone Biles, okay, she won, whatever. I don't know who that is. Simone Biles, okay, whatever, who she is. And she rose to fame in 2013 at the age of 16. What's the name of the girl? I have to find it. I cannot say. What's the name of the girl? So she won at the age of 16, 4 medals, 2 golds when she first appeared at the World Artistic Gymnastics Championship. In 2014, she won 4 gold and a silver. In 2015, she scored another 4 gold and a bronze. In 2018, she won 4 golds, 1 silver, and 1 bronze. In 2019, she won 5 golds. In 2023, she won 4 golds and 1 silver. Overall, she scored 30 world titles, 23 as a gold medal winner. In her first Olympic Games in 2016, she won 4 gold medals and 1 bronze. In Tokyo, she won 1 silver and 1 bronze. And she said out, I remember that, and people were mocking her when she said out because she's mental issues, and she said out because of mental and physical health. But she came back and won. the last Olympics, she was dominating. That's one person you could say considered one of the greatest of all time in her sports. She has moves, 5 signature moves named after her. 3 in 3 different events. On the floor, on vault, and on the balance team. Some people do not even attempt some of those moves because they're so difficult to do. And she does them with ease. Who's saying that? Dominique Dawes. She's a 3-time Olympian. So that's one of the greatest athletes of all time. Let me go as quick as possible. It's already half an hour. Michael Phelps dominated in swimming. Won 23 Olympic gold medals. Probably one of the greatest Olympian of all time. She won. He dominated in the only thing about Michael Phelps is a lot of his goals is with teams. So just like Simone Biles. Michael Phelps. There's no question. Probably the greatest swimmer of all time. So could be Carl Lewis. These days he's remembered for the singing. No question is probably one of the worst singers of all time. But he dominated in the 80s and 90s in jumping, track and field. So 60-meter dash, world record, indoor. So Carl Lewis, one of the greatest athletes of all time. Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods. That's the last athlete before I go to Michael Jordan. Tiger Woods. I didn't watch golf. I didn't care about golf. The only time I knew about golf was watching Adam Sandler movie. Happy Gilmore, I think. Happy Gilmore 2 is trash. Like I said last week, trash. Do not watch it. Trash. Well, if you're gonna watch it, just know you're watching trash. Made me watch the sports. Could have won way more, but has personal issues. Came back, was able to play golf. Now, I don't know what happened. Had an accident. Now has like one leg and a half. So I miss watching Tiger play. I don't watch golf anymore. I only watch when Tiger play, and I cannot watch Tiger play anymore because I cannot watch seeing him struggle with the walking. But if it's in contention, I'll turn in to watch. So 182 titles. I thought he was gonna break Nicholas' record. Is like 15. I think Nicholas' record is 19 or 18. I don't know if he's gonna break it. I don't think he's gonna be able to break it, unfortunately. So Tiger Woods, one of the greatest. Okay. Michael Jordan. So is Michael Jordan the greatest American athlete of all time? After all those people I've said, all of them had an impact. Serena Williams had an impact. Simone Biles had an impact in gymnastic. Carl Lewis, Michael Phelps in swimming. Jim Thorpe maybe inspires some people to do multiple sports. Bonds, Ali is revered. Jackie Robinson allow people to black people to do sports. Start with baseball, and then other people got into NBA and whatever. Michael Jordan, probably my favorite athlete. Is he the greatest American athlete of all time? I think so. I think he is. Because why? Because made he made basketball cooler than it would have been. It made wearing sneakers. Like I said, I think last week, sneakers. When you're dressing, you're not really thinking about shoes anymore. I mean, not dress shoes anymore. You're like, okay, I can wear this sneaker. I can wear a Jordan or J's. They call them J's. So maybe I'm biased. I'll probably be biased. He revolutionized the game with his athleticism. He's the way he scores, inspired your two favorite players, your two GOATs. A lot of people GOATs, like Kobe Bryant and LeBron. The tossing, where did LeBron get it from? The number 24, 23, inspired by MJ. Ask those players. Global, because of the 92 team, especially MJ. A lot of people were going about to play soccer and started to play basketball. And why they always say the Michael Jordan of our sport. They don't say the Muhammad Ali or the Simone Biles or the Jackie Robinson. They say the Michael Jordan of our sport. Carried the sport, carried a brand, carried Nike. Nike #1 sneaker because of a player. And has a Jordan brand, probably the best brand right now. All those Jordan athletes, women and female, they are generating so much wealth for themselves, their family, because of one player. If you had one player, one person to carry the American brand overseas to express what United States should be, which is success, winning, being clutch, is MJ. There's other people I could say. I didn't mention Babe Ruth. I don't know about Babe Ruth. I mean, he helped carry baseball, but it was like 19s or 30s. Just like Tom. Jim Brown. 9 years. That's too short for me. Probably people say he's the greatest running back of all time. I don't think so. He's all right, I guess. Jack Nicklaus won the most majors. Yeah, we could have a case for Jack Nicklaus, but no one is as charismatic. Some of those people are not as charismatic as MJ. And I think MJ, I like that he does not like publicity or try to be on TV all the time, to be seen all the time. And he's been retired for like 20 plus years, and people still having debates about him. So many videos I see. Just like a couple of days ago, House of Highlights had a video saying that the 6-0 of MJ is overrated in the finals. Me being petty, I was like, okay, I'm gonna follow, unsubscribe. But I was like, okay, no, I need to know. I'm not going to do that because I need to know what's going on. Because if I'm doing a podcast, I have to know all the places where they're going to talk about sports. All of those athletes that I mentioned left an incredible mark on sports. Incredible. Bill Russell, I did not mention him. There is other reason why I chose MJ is he was doing it offensively and defensively. You would get offense and defense with him. He would score on you and he would play defense hard on you. And when your teams need it, he will deliver. Some of those other people, they lost a lot. Tom Brady lost in the Super Bowl. Tom Brady lost in the Super Bowl. Tiger Woods lost to Wai Yang. That was terrible. Serena Williams lost in the Grand Slam finals. That doesn't mean that MJ didn't fail, but all of those, when he's in the finals, he succeeds. He's clutch. And I thought being American means being a winner. Who represent more the winning side? When you haven't lose, when you are at the final step, you win. You don't lose. Isn't that supposed to be the American way? Always winning? Always winning. He made me love basketball. I was not a basketball fan. Soccer was my number one sport. MJ made basketball my number one sport now. Even though if there's a World Cup match and a basketball and finals game, I'm gonna probably watch the World Cup game. Depends on who's playing. So I wanted to talk about all those athletes and say all of those people are great. The Serena Williams, the Michael Phelps, the Muhammad Ali, the Tiger Woods, the Carl Lewis, the Barry Bonds, the Jackie Robinson, Simone Biles, Jim Thorpe. But there was only one player who had an impact, who represented the United States, won in the Olympics, never lost in the Olympics, like LeBron. People will say LeBron is the greatest athlete of all time, whatever. I don't think so. I don't think Bo Jackson or Deion Sanders, they're going to say Bo Jackson and Deion Sanders are greater athlete than MJ because they played two sports. Bo Jackson played only 4 years in the NFL, was really good, and I don't think he will never make the Hall of Fame. He was a great athlete, but got injured because we played two sports. Deion Sanders played two sports and probably now is struggling without toes. I'm not trying to be whatever, and I'm not saying MJ is perfect. Look at his eyes are like practically yellow. Now, the drinking, the smoking, that's not healthy. But if you're trying to say who's the greatest American athlete, MJ isn't it. MJ is it. MJ is it. Speaking of other American athletes, let's talk about WNBA. WNBA. It's been a roller coaster this season, especially for the Fever. I watch a lot of Fever games. I wasn't watching the Sky because Reese is not playing, so but she's back. No, I'm gonna play. Even though I think the coach of the Sky is terrible. I don't know if he's gonna come back, but he's terrible. Are they gonna fire him like they fired Waterspoon when Reese was missing a lot of games, and they fired her at the end of the season? Yes, I'm biased. They fired Teresa Waterspoon for no reason. And look at the Chicago Sky now. One of the worst teams in the WNBA. Cannot score at all. Terrible. Fever has been cursed this season. Maybe because of their toxic fans. Every time in the comment, you see, I've said it before here on the channel. Every time in the comments, well, she's better than Reese. Even she's not playing, she's better than Reese. Oh, she dressed better than Reese. Kenny Clark is this, Kenny Clark is that. In the stupid game, NBA 2K or WNBA 2K, they put Kenny Clark at 93 rating. Are we serious? I don't think she's 93. I think she's in the 80s, barely 80s, 70s. I'm sorry. She cannot defend. She cannot shoot the threes well. She shoots far, trying to shoot so far, all the way to the midcourt and missing. Terrible on the road shooting threes. Fever have been terrible. They've been injured all season. They've been injured all season. Injured all season. They lost Sydney Carlson with the ACL. She's just turned 36. I don't like talking about women age. But I don't know if she's gonna be back with a Fever next season. I don't know. Is she gonna retire? I don't know. ACL is tough. It's gonna be crazy the way she's gonna be trying to get back to health, being healthy. Erin McDonald, she was balling, man. She was balling for the Fever, and she has a fracture. Now Sophie Cunningham was hurt. She has a messy MCL. That's 3 players are injured. And now I just learned today that Clayton Clark got injured while practicing, trying to get back to court. She turned her ankle. So we don't know. There's like 7 games left for the season to end. The Fever remaining schedule is tough. They have the Lynx twice. I think they have the Mercury, Storm. Man, that remaining schedule is going to be tough. They might not make the playoff and probably need to shut down Kelly Clark because she's been dealing with a groin injury. That's why she was missing all those games. Groin injuries all season. But one thing that's surprising me lately is the Aces. They won like 8 games in a row, I think, if I check correctly. If I'm checking, yeah, they won. Let me put the standings right there. Yeah. They won 8 games in a row. They are in the 5th position now in the league and 3rd position in the Western Conference. The Fever are 6. Okay, let me start with the Connecticut already out. They have no chance to make the playoff. 7 of 27. Chicago Sky 8 of 26. They're probably not gonna make the playoff. Dallas Wings. Arika Agunlale hurt. The Li Wu, something like that, her name is. She's out of the season, ACL. Washington Mystics, they have a chance to make the playoff. Hey, Sonia Citron, she's balling, man. I don't know who, if you didn't draft her when you had a chance to draft her, she's balling, man. Los Angeles Sparks. They lost a game, but they've been winning since Cameron Brink come back. Help. Seattle Storm have been on a slump. They won. They're won 3 games out of last 10. Valkyries, they lost a bunch of players. but they're still winning. And I think some people on their team is going to win awards. Fever, 6th, Vegas, 5th. Joe Lloyd has been terrible. I'm sorry. She's terrible. That's why she got benched. She's terrible. I don't know. She's terrible. Phoenix Mercury. Alyssa Thomas has been playing well. She could be first team All NBA. Atlanta Dream, they lost Jordan Canada. They just lost to who they lost to? Let me see. I think they lost last night to Vegas. Yeah. Vegas gonna have trouble in the playoff. Their defense they played defense good last night, but it's mostly Asia Wilson and nobody, and that's it. Liberty, Jonquel Jones. At this point, I think she's the best player. Well, ooh man, Ionescu is the best player on the team this year, to me. Brianna Stewart's gonna come back, so we'll see. Liberty could still win it, but Minnesota Lynx, I think it's between the Lynx and the Liberty to win the championship. They need Nafisia Collier back. So Liberty finally beat the Lynx this season, last night. I still think Liberty can repeat. They can repeat. Oh, man. It's going to be the Lynx and the Liberty. Oh, man. This is tough. Hey, at this point, I think Jonquel Jones is a better player than Brianna Stewart. I'm sorry, I said it, but I think Brianna Stewart lost a step. I said it before the season start, or at the beginning of the season. Maybe she's been hurt because that's the reason why. Lynx, first team. So that's what's going on. Lately, they've been talking about selling the Connecticut Sun. I think we did. I mentioned it a little bit last week, and last week or the week before, or weeks before. There was an article today on USA Today talking about the title is WNBA acting like a mob boss by blocking sale of Connecticut Sun. So there's like a proposed deal that one of the minority of the Celtics, Steve Pagliuca, he offered $225 million and $100 million for practice facility. But the team has to move into Boston. But it seems like the WNBA does not want that to happen, according to, I think the reporter, I saw a reporter, Boston reporter, NBC Sport Boston reporter said, there's something going on between the NBA and the Pagliuca. They hate Pagliuca because they didn't allow the Pagliuca to buy the Celtics. Now the WNBA, NBA blocking the sale to Pagliuca. There's Mark Lassery. He's a former owner of the Bucks. He wants to keep the Suns, Connecticut Sun, in Connecticut, but it's gonna be moving 45 miles from where they are. It's gonna be moving to Hartford, Connecticut. But according to this article and other articles that I've read, the WNBA wants to move the team, Connecticut Sun, to Houston, but or they're trying to pump up the price to see what's going on. No, so WNBA wants to buy the team and trying to sell it to the highest bidder. So the WNBA is trying to make money of the sale. That's why they're saying allegedly, but I don't know. Or because according to some people, the NBA wants to make money, the NBA owners, because they said that they own 42% of the WNBA. The NBA and its owners own 42% of the WNBA. They've been losing money so many times with the WNBA. They want to get that money back, some of it back, by selling the Connecticut Sun. So we'll see what happened with what's going on with that in the cup team. But I think the team should be moving to Boston. To me, I want the team to move to Boston because that will help to grow the WNBA, to have a Boston franchise. Houston need to have their own team, whatever. All the people in Connecticut who are crying, oh, they're taking your team. That was not your team. That was the Orlando Miracle team that went to Connecticut. People don't talk about that? Okay. So just because Orlando people don't care, they have Disney World. We have Disney World? Why we want to go watch Orlando Miracle? So Orlando, we have Disney World, Universal Studios. They're not going to go watch Miracle. Miracle was terrible. They have Nikisha Sales. I forgot the other player's name. But that team was boring to watch. So we'll see what happens. I think it's probably going to go to Boston. So to me, in my opinion. Really quickly, I'm going to say who I think is going to win some awards. I think definitely the WNBA MVP. I'm sorry, I don't care how many games he missed. Naficia Collier. I think some people say what's his name? What's her name? Alyssa Thomas. I don't think so. Paige Bueckers, Rookie of the Year. I thought she was gonna win it, but Sonia Citron, hey, she's been balling, man. Especially if the Mystics win, go to the playoff. In Dallas, well, I don't know. Defensive Player of the Year, Gabrielle Williams. People say Gabrielle Williams. I thought it was going to be Naficia Collier, but she missed some games. I don't know. Gabrielle Williams. But the Storm have been losing a lot of games. So it could be Alyssa Thomas. So we don't know. Most improved player, Veronica Barton. She has like a bunch of double and no turnovers. She did that 3 times. And she's like 3rd in history, WNBA history, doing that. So, and she's has improved. Hey, she was been bossing around the league. Dallas gave up on her. Connecticut let her go in the draft. So, yeah. Veronica Barton, she was a defensive player. Now she's scoring. When she was at Northwestern, she was only playing defense. Now she's offense. She's scoring up crazy. So Veronica Barton, MIP. 6th Player of the Year, Naz Ilman. Hey, she's been helping the Atlanta Dream winning some games. I didn't see that coming. People say Jessica Sefford from the Lynx, but I think Naz Ilman has a good chance to win it. On track to win it. Coach of the Year, Nakase. That's an expansion team. No expansion team is not supposed to win. And you lose all your players. You lost Kayla. What's her name? Kayla. Oh my God. Kayla. She used to be on the Liberty last season. Kayla. Oh my God. I forgot her last name. Kayla Burton. No, not Burton. Kayla Orton. Nakali Nakase. That's the Coach of the Year to me. I'm sorry. Nakase, not the the guy from Atlanta, the coach, Kremsko, Smithsko. He used to coach FGCU. But I think he has a good chance to win. But Nakase, that's Nakase and Burton made Valkyries winning so many games. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoy this edition of Armchairing. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and don't forget the Box Out is back tomorrow at 8. Those guys gonna talk about movies you don't know, and I'm gonna be in the comments saying some crazy things. And WWE sucks. AEW sucks. WWE is winning. Thank you for watching Armchairing every Thursday. Please subscribe. Please like. Tell your friends. Share. Have a good night. Good night.
Armchairing with Bruce Morrow on the One Podcast Network.